and every single human on Earth gather in one spot. A timer counts down. Everyone jumps at the exact same millisecond. The goal is simple: push the planet out of its orbit. The result is slightly more complicated, and it is significantly louder. Logistic nightmares emerge first. 8 billion people need to stand shoulder to shoulder. Rhode Island is the only place large enough to hold everyone. People are packed tight, breathing is difficult. The air smells like old gym socks in desperation, but the synchronization is perfect. A global whistle blows. 8 billion pairs of legs push off the ground. The Earth reacts to the sudden, collective force of all humanity. Newton's third law takes over. For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Pushing the Earth down pushes the humans up. The combined mass of humanity is roughly 400 million tons. The Earth's mass is 6 sextillion tons. This is a massive mismatch. The planet moves, but only by a fraction of a single atomic nucleus. It is a distance so small that physics almost ignores it. The orbital shift is non-existent. The planet doesn't care that you jumped. It doesn't even notice. Gravity wins. The ascent lasts for a fraction of a second. Then the descent begins. 8 billion people are now falling back toward the ground together. The orbital trajectory remains unchanged. The sun continues to burn. The moon stays put. The only thing that has changed is that 8 billion people are currently in the air. This is a very brief moment of weightlessness. Then the inevitable impact occurs. Kinetic energy turns into sound and heat. When 8 billion people hit the dirt simultaneously, the impact is not a thud. It is a shock wave. The ground beneath Rhode Island compresses. The pressure is immense. The energy release is equivalent to a medium-sized earthquake. Concrete cracks. Windows shatter across the Atlantic coast. The sound is a singular bone-shaking boom. It ripples through the crust. People miles away feel the floor vibrate. Most of the jumpers are fine. But the sudden deceleration causes widespread lower back pain. Every single knee in the crowd pops at once. The noise is so loud that it likely deafens everyone in the immediate vicinity. The atmosphere vibrates violently. This isn't an orbital shift. It is a planetary percussion event. The Earth didn't move, but the humans certainly felt the movement. It was a very loud mistake. Now the real disaster starts. Logistics are the true enemy. 8 billion people are now standing in Rhode Island. They are tired, they are hungry, and they are all trying to leave at once. The exits are narrow. The roads are blocked by 3 billion people who forgot where they parked. A massive traffic jam forms that stretches across the entire state. Food supplies vanish in minutes. Local convenience stores are looted for every single bag of chips. The local government is overwhelmed. Emergency services are useless because the ambulances are stuck behind a wall of humans. Sanitation becomes a critical failure. The lack of plumbing for 8 billion people in 1 square mileage creates a biological hazard of apocalyptic proportions. Disease begins to spread. The air becomes a thick soup of human breath and panic. People start fighting over the last remaining slices of pizza. The social contract dissolves. The world's largest gathering becomes the world's largest mosh pit. This is the actual consequence of the jump. It is a nightmare. The chaos escalates. Panic sets in as the realization hits that there is no way out. People begin to climb on top of each other to see the horizon. A human mountain forms. The weight of the crowd causes the soil to liquefy. This is called soil liquefaction. The ground behaves like a liquid. People begin to sink. It is a slow, crowded descent into the mud. The screams are muffled by the sheer volume of other screaming people. Satellite imagery shows a giant beige smudge where Rhode Island used to be. The international community watches in horror. Nations argue about who is responsible for the cleanup. The United Nations calls an emergency session to discuss the zoning laws of a human-shaped wasteland. The environmental impact is staggering. The local ecosystem is obliterated. Every blade of grass is crushed. Every insect is flattened. The soil is compacted to the density of a diamond. The sheer amount of carbon dioxide exhaled in one place creates a localized greenhouse effect. It is 10 degrees hotter in the crowd than it is anywhere else on the planet. The heat is oppressive. The smell is legendary. It is a total systemic collapse. It is a disaster. So did we shift the orbit? No, the Earth's mass is simply too great. We are like a single flea jumping on a cruise ship. The ship doesn't move. The flea just gets a very sore leg. The universe is indifferent to our coordination. The laws of physics do not grant bonuses for teamwork. We spent trillions of dollars in travel costs and destroyed a New England state for a distance of a few picometers. It was an incredibly expensive and loud failure. Quite a waste. In the end, the orbit is fine. The planet is stable, but Rhode Island is now a designated disaster zone. The cleanup will take decades. The legal battles will take centuries. Everyone is just glad to finally be going home, even if they have to walk home. The only real victory is that the state of Rhode Island can now claim a world record. Subscribe to the What If Club. Let us destroy something else next time. Bye.